Good afternoon. Um, in today's video, I don't want to talk about finance or the market or anything. I want to. I found some photos of the Blitzkrieg, which I want to share. So yeah, the Blitzkrieg. You might know this. It was the bombing on most of England in the 1940, and yeah, many civilians were killed. But I want to show you some photos on how the British people lived through the period. It was, let me get this straight, it was not a happy time. It was far from it. Of course, the Germans were bombing the hell sorry, of cities, but I want to show you. Well, this is an area view. Well, London. But what I want you to focus is in people's attitude. This is St. Paul's Cathedral. Oh yeah, St. Paul's Cathedral. Sorry about that. Look at the damage. But I want you to focus on people when you find. This is in Manchester. Not sure. This is probably. Oh, this is Piccadilly. Is this Piccadilly Central? It looks like Piccadilly Central. It might have changed. This might be Market Street, the marketplace. Yeah, the tramways. This looks like close to Piccadilly Garden. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, this was really awful times. The most vulnerable people were protected. Many, especially children, were sent to the north. And let's see, it's no wine cellar, like an underground. This is South London. The bus is. You can see all the damage, but yes, that was awful. But you see, people on the street. Again, the most vulnerable were protected in the tube, on all the underground places you could find were used to protect and shelter the most vulnerable. This is Elephant and Castle station. Yeah. This is Birmingham. Now, I want you to see this. Yes, the Germans were bombing the hell out of England. And these lads, well, they had nothing better to do than play some cards. But again, the response was immediate. You see, trying to recover some damages. This is in Hull. This is Oxford. Yeah, Oxford Street. Yeah. Some outside John Lewis. This is still there, by the way. Oh, if not here, just around pretty close here. No, maybe not the exact same place, but it's around here. Look at all the damage. But look at the people. Yes, they know the Germans are bombing, and yes, many people died. But you don't see panicking. You don't see. You see people going on with their life as they could. This is in another shelter. These are volunteers. This again more damage. This is the Coventry Cathedral. This is a sarcophagus in the church in East London. See, yeah, people made the best of what they have. This kid planting a Union Jack and there is and this was, well, London was a priority, but there was in all the major cities in Britain. And here we have more. Let me this hospital was just bombed, and you have two nurses trying to salvage any supply they can, anything. These soldiers, they're not taking her to prison. She's not been taken prisoner. She's been taken out of the building wreck. He said two other people. According to this, is they're encouraging saving all the waste material, because war. You're not supposed to waste things. Some more rescue. And the daughter was buried beneath the roof of the house, and yeah, this is another rescue from a couple and their two daughters. Unfortunately, Mr. Steptoe. Fortunately, he died. Yes, more people in the shelter, and she just had this baby in the middle of the bombing. This is amazing. That look at. I want you to look at the spirits. Look at this here, and still we say bomb Berlin. I don't see panic. I've been seeing a lot of pictures from this time. I don't see panic. I don't see. I see people aware of the situation and going out. Life has to go on. London camp. Okay, more people sheltering the tube. You see the women knitting again in another tube station. People sleeping on the escalators. And what is it? Doesn't say, but any station. Having some tea, another shelter. More people in the shelter. Again, the most vulnerable people with shelter. Many kids were sent to the north. So apparently this are the walkers. They have their own brick shelter. So this is again the same picture as before. More shelter in the tube lines, district line. Where is it? And subway shelter doesn't know which station. More people shelter. Again, many people made their own shelters. Many more went to the wine cellar, the tube station. This is St. Paul Cathedral. Yeah. The nurses. Notice they are walking. These are newly born babies. I don't see them dancing on TikTok. They are walking. They're dedicated. All these nurses are dedicated to the work. So, maternity section of the Southeast London Hospital was evacuated. These are kids in these cribs. Right, more shelter. I mean, people. Yeah. More sheltering in the underground. The tube. Shelter. And I repeat, many people die of the bombing. This is a nun. Where is it? In the convent school. You can see all the damage. Right, more people shelter. The small kid, women, the small kid, the subway. The tube, let's say. More volunteer workers preparing meals, get the floor. This is planting some tomatoes. Robert Bunnell, chief of the London Bureau of the Associated Press, and planting some tomatoes. See, this family just loved the front wall. Well, you have to dry your clothes somewhere, don't you? So yeah, this is the spirit. This is the British spirit. People, all the people, voluntarily, mostly by private initiative, and yes, the state initiative, like using the available structures to protect people. Yes, there was a big state involvement, but there was also private initiative. Everyone was doing what they could to help to survive. More people, especially the older young people, young lasses, in our shelter, the tube. Family. Oh, this is in this one. This is in Dover, in the cliff of Dover. It's a cave. And well, you need to find something to do, and this is the British spirit. More nurses. Look at the broken window. And this is the Buckingham Palace, and you see here Her Majesty. Inspecting the wreckage of Buckingham Palace. Even the Queen wasn't there. These kids, they just lost their home. These styrofoams don't fire with. Yeah, these are the air water. These are volunteers putting the fire. And this, all this video was just to get this. This is a bakery. This used to be the window. And these two ladies are still making bread and selling bread. They're still open. Actually, they used to say we are more open than usual. Yeah. How times change. And yes, there's more chattering. More kids in shelter with nurses. Oh, we saw that already. Hey, you're not. Just because the Germans are bombing, you're not wearing dirty clothes, are you? Yeah. So, what's the point? The point is this is the British spirit. And now I want to show you. I read somewhere that there was a phrase using by this time that we are more open than usual when you have this situation, many business that lost the front wall, the windows, and they used to say we are more open than usual. I haven't found a photo of that, but I did find a couple of interesting photos. This is a cafe. In the event of invasion, we shall close for half an hour, and then we open again. This is the British humor, not just the humor. This is the British spirit. This is what brought me to this country. I have to say, I had many choices of countries to come to go to live, and in the end I decided for England because of this. This is the British spirit, and I would like to see more of this, really. And this. Still open. This is a barber shop. With where no watch of fluoride in Wallace, still open. Fluoride in. With no watch out. Fluoride in. Wallace still open. Never mind the blasted windows. Well, right in, Wallace open. Closed chef, sir. Try your famous high explosive haircut. There are knuckle. Dida. Business as usual. Right, I didn't find a picture of we are more open than usual, but this sounds the British spirit that I would love to see more these days. And I repeat again, the British spirit, this is what made me decide to come to live to this country, among many other choices I have half the world to go to, and I decided for England just because of this. Well, this and Brexit, which I was hoping would be done soon, but that's a different topic. But the Germans are bombing, and this barber is saying try a family high explosive haircuts that are knockout dida. With no watch off. Never mind the blasted windows. Will cry in Wallace. Will crack in. Wallace open. This. And if you had to take only one thing, take this image. This image illustrates all the good things of the British, and I would like to see more of it in this time. Maybe we need another world war. Some people say that I'm not I disavow world wars in general, but you say that there's something about success. When there's in one of the places I lived, it was a country with many immigration in the early 1900s. They had this saying that Grandpa came empty-handed and created a business. My dad improved it and make it successful. And I greened it to the ground. So there's something about success, and this is something I noticed in not just Britain, in most Western countries, they have become victims of their own success. So victim that are mostly useless people. People who cannot do anything without the government. What happened to these people? What happened to people that laughed at the Germans bombing London? The Western world has become. Don't get me wrong. There's still many great people, but there's an even greater amount of useless people. People who can't take any adversity. If some of these people right now, wealthy people, working people, no, I'm not talking about working people. Working people have no choice. They need to get tough. But educated, middle class people, urban, metropolitan, middle class, and wealthy people, they became useless. They cannot cope with any adversity. I wish some of these people right now to go through half the things are gone through. No, some people that cannot do anything without the government approval or assistance. Even companies. You see, that's what puzzles me. Back in the 80s, what company asked the government, step off the way, stop shocking with taxes. Now what the big companies ask, we need money from the government. Could you please print more money? What happened? People, please take a look at what's going on. The West is in decline. What's going on? I love the Western culture, the Western civilization. I want to make that clear. Is the greatest civilization in the whole history of humanity, at least recorded history. And it has become a victim of their own success. I want you to think about this. I'm gonna leave that here. As usual, if you like this, like it. If you don't dislike it, leave a comment. I'm gonna leave all the links in the description as usual. If you don't like it, leave a comment. Insults, comments and everything, that's what the comment section is. It's YouTube after all. And always remember, vote with your wallets, because we all are the market. Cheers.